Hey, my lovelies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I hope you guys had an awesome weekend, first and foremost. And I know that for those of you who are in the United States, you guys enjoyed that extra hour that we got. Anyway, I literally just spent about 45 minutes of my time that I should have been doing something else essentially, but just listening to Megan the Stallion's new song Cobra. Like when I say that song hits, it hits. It hits, it hits, it definitely hits. I think Megan the Stallion, we did speak a little bit about this, I think, last podcast episode, but being able to sit with her song, being able to listen to the lyrics and take it in over and over and over and over again, you start to pick up on little details that you may have missed before or little lines that you weren't able to catch before. But essentially, if you do want to know my favorite part of her song, I was even like replaying it like so many times. It would be 33 seconds to a minute and 47 seconds. Like, I feel like that just articulated everything that needed to be said. Like, I'm like, girl. And the thing too is, I feel like this is a great comeback. I feel like doing the song with Cardi B, bongos. I feel like that gave her fans, her hotties, the people who really love and support her, um, the much needed, booty shaking song and flavorful Megan the Stallion that they missed, and then following up bongos with a really really amazing song that literally captures everything that she's been through, everything that people have been saying about her, the critics, and finally understanding what happened behind the scenes between her and partisan, her and some of her friends. She's like, hey, this is what's going on. And these lyrics, man, these lyrics, they eat. And I feel like this is what I crave for in hip hop, when you can really just sit down and listen to a song over and over and over and over and over again. And yes, sometimes you can listen to those booty shaking songs over and over and over again, and you kind of like, dance in your house. But I feel like those songs that really allow you to connect with the artist, understanding what they've been through and being able to empathize with them because you have also been through something similar, or understand deeply what she is saying, right? She's like, look, um, if I didn't have this bag, all these people that were around me, like, y'all wouldn't be there. Y'all wouldn't be there, right? Then she jumps into addressing her drinking. That's been like rumored. Like, people always talk about Megan Thee Stallion drinking, drinking, drinking. She says, yes, I do drink, because how can I be so blessed and I want to hurt myself, right? And I feel like she took her power back in that song, right? She proves to the critics that, hey, she doesn't have to just be a booty shaking rapper. She can be deep, intellectual, emotionally intelligent, and have the capacity to not only express herself, but to convey it in a manner that is epic. Like, I love it. She then goes on to say like how, the guy is pouring her drinks and stuff, and he doesn't even understand that she's depressed, so she's about to stress his ass out. And I think she meant that metaphorically, in terms of like sex and stuff like that, because she didn't she didn't stray away from who she is as an artist. As an artist, you're going to get that sexualized thing from Megan. So it's like being able to even put sex in real life and like everything and like collide it together. I'm like, Megan, like I'm watching TikToks and stuff like that, and people are like, Megan, do I cry? Like, or shake my butt? Like, what do I do to this song, Megan? Like, you got us confused. And it's just like, she's being real and putting you in the same confusing spot that she's in, you know? And I love it. I really, really, really loved this song. I normally love Megan the Stallion songs. I'm always supporting Megan the Stallion since the first time she hit the streets and like publicly, right? And it's like seeing this piece of work, I feel like this is definitely comeback worthy material. Megan the Stallion is back, and I still haven't gone to go watch her movie. Hopefully, I can go this Friday. I'm just a homebody. I stay at home, 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 home. So I always find it very difficult to go outside, but I need to put that effort in, put on some makeup, put on a cute outfit, and go to the movies and actually watch the movie that she starred in, Dix. But and then like just to like elaborate on it, while we're on the subject of Megan the epical stallion with this song Cobra. And it's crazy because I don't even like snakes, but I can even grasp the concept of shedding the skin, being surrounded by snakes. And it's like so much, like if you watch the video, it's like so much thought that was put into each detail, like even in the beginning, like her being rebirthed, and it's like she's crawling out of somewhat what looks like a vagina, but then realize that it's actually like it's a snake, and like like it's a, like when I say it's a lot, it is a lot, and you just gotta watch it and be like, damn, like, and just get drawn in. But something else that she really said in the song that really got me was, like she never thought she would have hit rock bottom. Like, and I feel like people can relate to that, like thinking that, hey, I'm gonna always be good. And then it's like, wow, like what the hell, you know? And after that, it was um like like let's say you're like all right, Megan Thee Stallion is there, I'm Megan Thee Stallion's friend, right? Megan Thee Stallion's gonna call me out and say, hey, how are you going to be speaking to other people, talking about being concerned about me, concerned about what's going on with me, when every time you're around me you act like you don't even see anything wrong? It seems like you plotting against me. Like, and it's just like just grasping everything that she's saying, and it's just like, exactly, like if you find a problem with me, come to me, talk to me about it. But when you start going to other people about finding a problem with me, like you're not trying to find a problem, you trying to stir some shit up. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And then this last one, like where she says, like realizing that I'm going through a lot and no one is even trying to save me. No one is like even trying to help me, like, or like tell me that, hey, like you need to change, or hey, like something needs to happen here. But then it's like, why would they? They want to see me in this state. Like they want to see me in rock bottom. They don't want to see me up. And also saying like, yeah, like I had to realize that I'm about to kill myself when these people will die to be me. Like, what? Like, just the bars. I was just like, Meg, 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 Meg. Like, I wanted to do a full review, but I haven't quite got grasped how other YouTubers are able to like do the full review songs. Um and not like get a copyright strike where they're able to show you the song, give you the critique. I don't really quite, I'm not techie like enough to show that to you guys. If I do learn it, I'll do a separate review, but that is like my full on review of the Megan the Stallion new song Cobra. It's been trending number one in YouTube music, and it's also did go number one when it first came out on YouTube in general. So Megan, shout out to you. This was the first song she says on Megan Productions, so I liked it. I liked it. I like it. I love the rebirth. I love everything about it. Um and we're gonna jump into what Joe Budden had to say. If not today, definitely tomorrow, because he did say, like, hey, like, if you don't like this Megan the Stallion song, you're just probably a hater. And it's surprising seeing that come from him, because he's been someone who essentially um he he's been known to not really pick sides, but he's been cozy with Nicki Minaj, right? He's been cozy with Cardi B. He's been cozy with the other girls, but he hasn't really cozied up to Megan Thee Stallion if you listen to his commentary over the past couple months. So to have him now like look at her like objectively and say, "Hey, I'm really digging this." And if you don't like it, you're a hater, then it's like, wow, like it just shows me that he's able to separate the art from the artist. He's able to enjoy something and remove his personal feelings and all of that. But when we get to him, I'll definitely dissect, like Megan the Stallion even reposted it and all of that. Like it was amazing moment. It was like a really good moment, a full circle moment, because then it made people, and you know what? I'm gonna just cover it right now because I was watching this yesterday and I'm like, I'm really like feeling this. I feel like it made people acknowledge her. Like, no, here is someone in the industry, Joe Budden, someone's voice who's actually valued in the industry, saying, like, yo, her song is dope. Her song is dope and you got to appreciate it. So everyone who wanted to hate on her is now like listening to Joe, someone defending her. And it's like, all right, let me really go and check this song out. Let me really go and listen. Let me go and really understand, what's going on. Because it's like, it's easier to turn your back on someone when everyone is turning their back on them, right? But when you have that one person that stands up for them and be like, nah, we're not doing this. Like this right here is dope, and have that one person that just comes to your rescue. I feel like it was a really, really good thing to watch, that someone looked at the art and was like, yo, this is dope. Like, forget all that other stuff. This right here is dope. I don't know what else he may have said in the podcast, because it was only a little snippet on that went viral. But you know what? We'll just see how this whole Megan the Stallion thing develops, unfolds, and stuff for us. Now, today is Monday, November the 6th, 2023. You have just joined the Entertainment Podcast Chat with KST if you have never been here before. Now, if you haven't been here before, I am Kate. Now, if you are returning, thank you guys for coming back and chit chatting and chillaxing with me. Now, I was just kind of looking for our quote of the day, because I do normally start out our podcast with a quote of the day. And today's quote of the day comes from C.S. Lewis. And C.S. Lewis says, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending," right? And I feel like I chose this quote because it relates to Megan the Stallion. Sometimes we go through things and we feel like we've hit rock bottom. We feel like we're like done for. Just to realize that, hey, you're not done for. Just put it in the past, understand where you are now, and do everything you can do now to change what's to come. right? And I think that's the approach that Megan Thee Stallion is taking. She's shedding everything from the past, leaving it there, and walking in her newness towards what she really wants for herself. And I feel like sometimes as people, we have to do that as well in our own lives. We like to hold on to our past, you know, mommy this, daddy that. Like, we like to hold on to a lot. And if we're just able to remove that negative energy, remove that like the baggage that's holding you back, I feel like you'll be able to go much further, because how you look at something is how it impacts you. If you look at your past negatively, then it's going to influence you negatively, right? If you look back at your past positively, hey, I've been through this, I've learned that, you then become like a super, like it then becomes like your superpower to know how to navigate forward, because you're learning from your lessons. Okay, now, let's jump into it. Now, I do want to give you guys a heads up that this podcast can be an hour and a half today. Just a heads up. Grab a snack, grab a drink, get some food, put your earbuds in, and you'll be okay. Okay, we're gonna just enjoy the show. And one last order of business before we get into Joe Smith's wife, because she's just out here. Okay. Um, one order of business is to let you guys who are listening to the audio podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts know that if for whatever reason you decide that, hey, you might want to come on over to YouTube to watch the podcast, you get to see me, you get to see the topics, you get to see all the things, you get to jump into all the things that is on the screen. So that's also an option available to you. But if you just want to stick me in your ear and listen to me, I'm fine with being there as well. All right, let's jump into Joe Smith's wife, who reveals that the ex NBA player left her home due to her starting an OnlyFans. Her words were, "You knew who I was. You knew I was an adult video star when you met me." Let's watch. Let's listen to what she has to say.
And how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, like after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted, it was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember? Right. He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore. So, there was a depression, and I've been going, dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, you know, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that that wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead. I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things. It's not fair.
Okay, so before we jump into more of what she's saying, ma'am, ma'am, you don't think the decision that you made to start an OnlyFans account showing and playing with your cootie cat online for strangers to see, without speaking to the man that you said you've been with, married to for the last how many years? 10 years? Hmm? You don't think that that was a little bit selfish? Like, imagine if he was just out here playing with himself for other females. Would you be cool with that? Probably would be. But yeah, let's see what else she has to say.
Just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, and he won't do it. So I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival, then what makes you think that would change now? When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured, I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, a dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. Like he works for my moving company. I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in because I'm tired of living like, you know, I'm tired of
Yeah.
living minimal. I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, and he won't do it. So I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video.
Like, when I say there is always a method to someone else's madness, because I can understand where she's coming from. I can empathize with feeling like, hey, I have someone who I've been with who have been very successful when I met him, but has slowly been falling off financially, and we do need to resuscitate and get that financial, you know, that financial freedom back. So I'm going to now step up to the plate and create all these businesses for myself. And I'm going to just make the assumption, again, I know assumptions aren't the best things to make. However, I'm going to make the assumption that because he was in the NBA, normally the NBA recruit people at young ages and stuff like that. So he may not have developed himself business wise because he was focused so much on the NBA, where when she stepped up to the plate and decided to open her dog business, decided to open her furniture business, not furniture, her moving business. Um I feel like she kind of took, yeah, she did take the driver's seat in a way. So my thing is, if you've taken over the driver's seat and you understand that, hey, this is what's working, right? Where I'm like the brains of the operation and he does the manual labor. I don't think that's something that she should look down upon him for. I feel like in a relationship it takes two to tango, and where one person falls short, that's where you step up as the person's spouse and fill in, right? Without looking down upon them for the role that you now have to play. With that being said, I feel like she played her part in terms of taking control of the relationship financially, but then she just drove it straight to hell when she decided to do OnlyFans. Like I feel like that was a very emotional, not thought out decision that she made. But yeah.
Secret Joe's financial issues,
Hmm.
and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe and I had established myself as a singer, and I came back here, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, other things. But, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, I've been just like, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, I've been doing a lot, like, and I just figured out, like, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So, secret Joe's financial issues.
Yes, the first question is,
All right. So I understand the frustration and the desperation behind what it is that you're doing. Um, if you see that, hey, OnlyFans is the only option for you, I don't believe that is so. However, that's what you decided to resort to. At least let your husband know what is going on. Don't let him be blindsided, I would say, hey, look, I've already made up my mind to do this, so there's no talking me out of it, but I'm gonna start an OnlyFans and walk out. Let him make the decision to say, hey, I support my wife in doing this. um or say, hey, look, I really can't stay with you while you do this, so go ahead and do this. I feel like giving someone an option to stay or to go is like, you have to give people autonomy, right? And I feel like I've also seen guys who have girls who do OnlyFans, who strip, and they support them. Like, they'll like do the OnlyFans with them. So I feel like that's a conversation that you should have and should have explored earlier on in your marriage when you decide to do this.
The first question is, where's
How
Joe?
are you
Where,
guys doing?
where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So yeah.
Keisha, how long ago? Obviously, we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long? How long is the account? Have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. Um, and you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, she wants to really put a bigger, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew up from that. I mean, it's no.
Yes, the first question is,
Okay, so I guess in Jamaica we say where you see smoke there is fire. So it wasn't this picture perfect relationship that they had. He seems as if he was perhaps entertaining other people. I feel like that doesn't negate the fact that you should have spoken it to your husband before deciding to do OnlyFans, whether he keeps up with your social media or not. I feel like sometimes you have to realize that when you're in a partnership and you speak to your partner every single day, you know so much about them. You don't have to keep up with them online. Like, you keep up with people online that you don't really talk to. You know what I mean? So I feel like that shouldn't really be an excuse for her behavior. However, her marriage was not perfect, and Mr. Joe it wasn't Mr. Perfect on his end, right? Okay, these were the original clips from the incident where he found out that she was doing OnlyFans, and she confirmed when he found out she was doing OnlyFans, and she confirmed it. Now, I also do want to say it seems as if she's navigating this thing between her husband and her very strategically. So I would sometimes question one's motives behind the things that they do, because this was a private conversation between you and your husband. There was no reason why you had to video him and record him and then post him, especially knowing that Joe Smith is an NBA player. So I do feel like right there she had an angle, and then to also contact TMZ to do an interview, and then do the puppy dog tears. And I feel like there was an angle to this, whether it was to bring in more customers for her OnlyFans, or to just bring in more revenue in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through going viral and having acknowledgement. I'm not sure, but something tells me that she knew that this would have gotten some eyes, right? But hey, you know what? And then that's the thing too. Like, seriously, how didn't anyone catch that his wife was on OnlyFans? Or didn't no one care to tell him? Man, I understand. But let's move on to Candy. All right. So, sorry, I had to burp real quick. So, according to the neighborhood talk, Candy is getting tired of being asked about Phaedra. Let's listen to what Candy had to say.
All right, final question. I gotta ask this. What are your thoughts on Phaedra joining Married to Medicine?
Why do people always ask me what I think about what she's doing?
I mean, there's obvious
I don't
reasons.
care. I don't care what she does. I wish her the best at whatever she's doing, as long as we ain't got to do it together.
If you see her this weekend, is it a wave or is it just keep your head down, keep moving?
No, we just keep it moving. Like we live in Atlanta, so of course we run into each other in some of the same places. We don't speak. We just keep it pushing.
All right, final question.
I mean, I do feel like the Phaedra Parks Candy fallout is a bit much. That's the only word I could have found. Because my thing is, if you were able to be friends again back with Portia, how am I losing Portia's name? If you were able to be friends back with Portia, why didn't you just go be friends back with Phaedra? I feel like her and Phaedra had a close knit relationship the entire time on that show. So it was a little bit surprising to see them go the way that they ended up going, because there's that aspect of like not only friendship, but like, were you guys doing this to get clout? Were you guys doing this as like a team to attract audience and attention? And now all these years later, seeing that they still don't speak, it's like, wow, like it really was a legit fight, you know? But yeah, let us move it on. All right. So these two, I'm just showing love to Little Meech and Summer Walker. These two are back together and they are just like, hey, we are win. Okay. So shout out to Summer Walker and Little Meech. I feel like Summer Walker and Little Meech is like giving Diddy and Carisha, where both relationships we feel as fans, or you know what, I feel as a person, are destined for failure, but they're pushing through strong. And I'm like, oh, wow, like we're moving this along. Like, okay, good. But yeah. Okay. So I want to say happy birthday to Nelly. Ashanti recently threw Nelly a party for his birthday. According to Toya Johnson, she said, "It's Scorpio season. We had a time last night celebrating Nelly's birthday. Them Scorpios know how to party." So let's take a look at Nelly. I don't know. Like, I feel like when I first saw these two back out on the prowl, I was feeling as though, hey, like, why do we have to like hype up this couple so much? Like, what's the big deal? But I feel like genuinely seeing them together now, I can see what's the big deal, because I didn't think they were genuinely rekindling. I thought they were like rekindling for the lights, camera, actions. So seeing them in this moment, I can feel the genuineness within their relationship. So that, my friend, is very dope. But happy birthday to Nelly. I'm so so Shensia. All right. So according to the neighborhood talk, yes, Shensia and Lola Brooke releases visuals for Bima. No, Shensia, you lock up my video the other day for copywriting, so I don't really want to play none of your things. So let me see if it's music. I'm not playing it, guys.
Like the crash up, but fuck it, kamikaze. Shensia.
Yeah, see, it's music. I'll just like kind of watch what the visuals, but I don't want to play her music because the other day, oh, she looks beautiful. She's eating. I want to get the hairstyle. I have a Christmas party coming up and I want this hairstyle. This is what I've been seeing online and I love it. Like you have the half up, half down regular. You have the half up, half down with the two side bangs. However, like I love this half up, half down with the two side bangs and that flip, right? Of the ponytail. So I'm really liking that. So yeah, here are the visuals for Shensia and Lola Brooke's song. Now I really didn't even know that Shensia and Lola Brooke had a new song. That's to show I don't even be out on the streets. But there goes Lola. Lola is so little and like amped up. Like she has all this energy. Okay, when I say energy, I mean energy. I'm gonna actually go and listen to this song after just to kind of get a better grasp. But if it's hot, then we'll talk about it tomorrow, like we did the Megan the Stallion song. But anyway, Lola Brooke and Shinsia, we'll see you later. All right. So let's jump into this story. Koi responds to Krishan by saying, "Don't believe the cap." Now, what is she talking about as it relates to Krishan? Well, Krishan recently sat down in an interview with Jason Lee, and in said interview, she expressed that, hey, her and Koi got into it and she had to slap Koi with a cell phone over Blueface because Koi was being fake. But you know what? Let's listen to her words specifically.
What did it say?
She was upset that I interviewed you guys. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. You guys had a history before, right?
Yeah, because I'm genuine. I thought she wanted to do a collab with some music, but really she was just trying to out me out the plan and bag my nigga and some bullshit. And I'm like, you can have yo. I just want the verse. At the top song. What the fuck?
You wanted the verse, but she could have had the blue. She couldn't have blue.
Blue didn't work.
Yeah. Did you ever get the verse?
Nigga, it's still at the Whack 100 studio.
Oh, so you got the verse?
Yeah, we recorded something, but we never finished it. It's just we fell out because she wanted what she wanted. She had a hidden agenda when she hung out with me. It's no bad blood. Like when I seen her, I was with Glorilla. Glorilla was telling her security, "Hey, I'm ready to come out there. I'm with Krishan." Because everybody know we don't really fuck with each other.
Coi Leray.
What did it say? I'm pregnant, but it is what it is. It'll go down if it has to go down. So she said, "Fuck the security, bungard the security." She and everybody face like, "Hi everybody, what's up, Glow?" And she know we not cool. She know I'm pregnant. She's just standing. You can ask anybody that was right there, nigga. I took my phone. I'll buy a new one. I threw that bitch at her face. What are you doing?
Coi Leray?
Yeah, I swear to God. Put that shit on my side.
Recently, right before you had the baby.
Remember when I was pregnant and I was shaking my ass when Glow brought me out?
Yeah, I remember.
It was around that time we went to another show in New York or something. I'm not sure what state it was. I think it was New York. After that show, I went to New York with Glow, and then she was trying to come up on the sprinter, knowing damn well I'm on the sprinter, but I'm pregnant, so she just wants to sit in my face and smile. I don't know what it was, but I ain't give a fuck what it was. I looked at her. She like, "Okay, y'all look pretty," and then she's like, "Why she saying Glow? Hey," she looking at me, smiling, popping gum. I'm pregnant, but it is what it is. It'll go down if it has to go down. So she said, "Fuck the security, bungard the security." She and everybody like, and my brother Josh right there. I swear to God. And he looking at me. I'm looking at him, and I look at her. Like I'm just doing this. Like, okay, you feel me? Like how long the staring contest gonna happen? Because you want me to hit you pregnant? How you wanna? Because the last time I said what I said, when I see you, it's up. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. So I couldn't do what when I seen her, nigga. through my phone. That's all I could do.
Wait, so where you guys? You guys are cool now, though.
Who?
You don't Coil Ray.
No, I'm just saying it's no bad blood. Like I said, it's always a common denominator, but it's the reaction of the bitch. Like, why did you could have had that nigga? I got mad when you try to out me and they want to put a song out. You just had a hidden agenda.
Well, hopefully you all pieced it up. I mean, yeah, well, let's hopefully get to a better place.
What?
All right.
No, bitch in the past, she getting clout from this. What? Nobody talking about her.
Okay.
Like,
So yeah, this is what happened between Krishan and Coy Leray, where, you know, I guess they were at an event. Coy sees Krishan, walks up to Krishan, but Krishan is like, hey, look, it's not sweet out here. And she threw the phone, but Coy also calls Cap on that. She's like, hey, you're lying. That's not how it went down. I guess we'll never quite know how it goes down. I would just say, I don't know. I feel like Krishan is like known for throwing hands and stuff like that. She has to be careful because I'm telling you, you're going to hit the wrong one. And when you get that lawsuit, you're going to be spending a hefty bag. So it's like you have to eventually at some point learn how to tame your hands, your emotions, something. However, let's move on and off of Krishan. All right, this DJ Academics Whack 100 Saucy Santana stuff, I'm not getting into it. I think last podcast I said this was the last time I was talking about it, so I'm not even going to get into it. But yeah, let's see what's going on with this story. So, according to the Neighborhood Talk, y'all agree rapper Glasses Malone claims Drake is not a hip hop artist, says he colonizes sounds and ideas. If you're not from street urban culture, you're not a hip hop artist. Okay, well, let's see what he had to say.
Why is it crazy that I'm telling you that Drake is Madonna as a musician, as a rapper?
It just doesn't connect for me. I don't see the correlation.
Why not?
I mean, they're both big artists.
It's not
Great
just
artists.
that. They're both pop artists.
Drake's not a pop artist.
Drake has always been a pop artist.
He's not a pop
First
artist,
day.
bro. He's not a pop
Yes,
artist.
he is.
He's not.
For sure.
He's not. His
Why is he
numbers
not?
may
His
reflect
music
that.
is.
His music. No, it's not.
Okay, what's his first single?
It's the first who of what?
Of his career.
I don't remember. It was so long.
Best
ago.
I ever had.
What was it?
Nah, it was that Sprite thing with that wasn't it the
Best I ever had is his first single.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Why is he not a pop artist?
I don't see that as pop. I mean, I see it. It's per what we're used to and what we're bred in terms of hip hop. I could see why you said
He's
that.
not a hip hop
But
artist
if you
at all.
recalibrate your ears to the now, you know what I mean? Because he's so far in the forefront. That's like saying Kanye shit wasn't hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like his shit was alternative for some other shit.
It's different though, right? It's okay. What is hip hop?
Hip hop is what we know it to be.
Street urban culture.
It's not just street.
It always has been.
No. You
When
got
is it not?
backpackers.
Backpackers are from the street.
Not all of them.
Yes,
like
they
when you
are.
go back to like who? Let's name.
They grew up in the
hip-hop.
ghetto.
Huh? Lupe. Yeah.
Lupe grew up in the ghetto.
Yeah, but that's not his music though. That's
You're
not
missing.
what he
You're
talked
missing.
about.
You're missing. It's not. See, there's a problem when we say street urban culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about densely populated, crime-ridden communities. It didn't just birth all criminals. Most people in the ghetto are not criminals.
Right.
But the music spawns the same language. Excuse me, the community spawns the same language, spawns the same lifestyles, spawns all the same exact upbringing as anybody else. That's a criminal. There's no difference. We all talk the same. So it is only street urban culture.
Yeah, but we don't have the same conversation and understanding though, you know, because you got so many people that come out the hood. Everybody ain't talking about street shit. You see what I'm saying?
But that's not. Of course, you
so
talk about
hip hop can be. What I'm saying is, even in hip hop, you have subgenres. You know what I mean?
But they still all are birthed out of street.
No, this is
urban
true.
Culture.
I'm not debating that.
So if you're not from street urban culture, you're not a hip hop artist.
You have hip hop artists that are from the suburbs.
They're not hip hop artists.
But they are. They do hip hop music.
No, what is hip hop music?
You just said it's street urban culture.
So then
Eminem ain't from the fucking street.
Of course he is.
But he do hip hop.
No, that's not. He is from street urban culture. He's not from some wealthy community, middle class community.
No, but I'm saying in street in the context of what when you say street urban culture, you mean streets, right?
Yeah, but see now you see where you're getting wrong at right now. You're thinking about it. In the back of your mind, streets has never just been exclusively for black people.
That's true.
Like there were streets way before us. There's streets outside of us.
So we have to define streets.
Street is densely
because maybe
populated,
I'm connecting streets with criminality.
but its crime exists.
Yeah.
Crime is high, densely populated, highly crime-ridden communities.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that the music,
Totally
translates
agree.
to that though.
But the culture itself is from that. That's where
I
you
agree.
get the lingo from.
I agree.
Bad education programs.
But all hip hop isn't street though.
But it's from the streets.
This is true.
But-
So can you agree with me? I agree with you.
Yeah, I am. But that's what I'm
Okay,
telling you.
all right.
Either way, Drake is neither one. Drake is a middle class that grew up in a middle class community, and a Jewish community, grew up in a Jewish experience in
But
Canada.
he still does hip hop though.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He just literally does what Madonna does. He colonizes sounds and ideas.
How's he a colonizer? He's from the culture though.
No, he's not.
He's still black.
He's not from the culture. Just
He
because you
is.
black
He's
don't mean
black.
you're from the culture.
He spent time in Memphis, so that don't
So
count.
so every white person that spent time in Memphis is from
He's not
the
white.
ghetto. He's Jewish.
No, he's black. His daddy black as shit.
Yeah,
What
but
you
he
talking
didn't grow up with his daddy, or his daddy ate where
It
he
don't
didn't grow up
matter.
with daddy
His
from.
daddy's DNA is still in him.
No.
He's still black. And you know, like I know,
But-
you
but
get
being
a
black-
pinch
but
of
being-
black
but being-
in you
But
black.
being black don't also make you the culture.
That's true.
So you can't stop. You got to stop handing this shit over to people because they start to colonize it, and then
But are we handing it over or did he earn it?
he didn't earn it. Why is it?
Okay. I mean, that's definitely a healthy debate. Not one that I personally would get into. I do feel like I've just always known Drake to be a hip hop artist. Maybe because he went over there with Lil Wayne, and then we just kind of was like, hey, here we go. But I mean, hey, look, both men have some valid points in their statements. I just feel like for me, this conversation is way above my pay grade because they don't pay me enough to argue on behalf or against where Drake belongs in the industry. I feel like he's already solidified. But yeah, let's move on. So according to the neighborhood talk, Khloe Kardashian seemingly responds to accusations of blackfishing with her Halloween outfit. 1 second. Okay. I do feel like all the girlies do be getting like a hit with this black fishing stuff, but let's read what Khloe had to say before I really give my full opinion on it. So she says, you can't control how others interpret your actions or words. Everyone perceive things based on their current situations and mindset. Just keep acting with honesty, love, and a good heart. I think her response was very Khloe, very Kardashian-like, very PR-y, but also very true. I don't know. I feel like this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to say this, but I feel like I've seen two sides, right? I've seen white people go out in the sun and tan for hours to get a little color in their skin. I've also seen white people go to tanning salons and literally sit under some damn light for however long just to get a little brown, a little melanin in their skin. And I've also seen white folks paste on tanning lotion to get a little bit darker, right? To have a little glow. Now, me, I come from Jamaica, okay? Land of the bleaching, okay? So, what I'm going to say is, I've also seen on the other hand where black folks literally bleach their skin until they're purple purple and pinkish. Like it gives it, like they bleach it so much to the point that their skin, their faces, like it starts to get red and it gives like discoloration. So yeah, them use soap, them use lotion, one bag of something to lighten their skins. So I just feel like it happens on both avenues. So I'm not gonna really speak too much on it, right? Because it's like we do it too. Like we as black folks be bleaching our skin too. I don't know if it's because I come from Jamaica, why I look at it like that, but hey, I don't know. The blackfishing thing, I don't really take too much into it because I feel like people be like, "Oh, you're blackfishing, you're blackfishing, you're blackfishing," trying to look exotic, right? But when I'm ready to throw on a weave, take these braids out, throw on a weave, but put on a bone straight long hair, am I now white fishing because I want bone straight hair that I've never quite had before, right? Am I, when people decide to get nose jobs when their noses are like a tomato and they want a straight nose, am I like white fishing? Like I don't know, I just feel like people are people, things exist, you like what you like, you do what you do. I feel like if we concern ourselves more with what we're doing, we become less concerned by what the next person is doing. Now if one of the Kardashians stole something in terms of like um like an idea or a concept, a fashion statement or something like that, then we could jump into that. But for the blackfishing and all of that, I just feel like it's really high school. But yeah. So remember Megan, I was talking about Megan the Stallion song in the beginning of the show. I didn't talk about this part because we discussed it last episode. However, let's jump into it briefly on this one. So Megan the Stallion also called out Partisan Fountain for getting his private parts sucked in the same house that she laid her head. And the fans were clapping back. They were in his comments, in his DMs, all over social media, on TikTok, like, "Party, we are ready to fight." Now, this was something that Party had posted.
It's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world.
Yeah, so see, he said it's an evil world we live in. So that was just his response to it. He I feel like he also, if I remember correctly, if my memory served me correctly, he also like disabled his comments and stuff like that because people were like reaching out to him. These were the flowers that he bought for Jada Kingdom, and how you could tell it was him who bought it. You remember like how he likes to do the 8-ball? That's like his staple there. So if you look on the below the flowers on that white piece of card right there, you'll see the 8-ball that they play in pool or whatever, or wherever that 8-ball come from. You know that's Partisan Fountain staple, right? And like I feel like him sending Jada Kingdom the flowers and it being so close to Megan the Stallion release date and her posting it, I do feel like it looks kind of like sus, but Jada did come out and say, hey, she didn't really know. So yeah, let my move the hell on. So I saw this post on Neighborhood Talk, and the question was, y'all paying y'all student loans? So according to CNN, breaking news, U.S. House approves 14.3 billion in aid to Israel as it fights a war against Hamas setting up and the story got cut off. Now, Vincent responds to this little headline here and says, don't pay y'all student loans, y'all. And the concept behind this is, hey, if America has the money to allow if America has the money to give to Israel $14.3 billion, then we should be able to go to school free, essentially, and not have to pay our student loans. Now, I mean, in theory, it sounds about accurate, because it's like, if we have all this money to give away, then why don't we like have money to like help the people within the country? However, I do feel like the United States has been a major powerhouse in helping people and helping other countries when they are in need. So I don't really see that changing as it pertains to America. I would just like to have the best of both worlds, where they're able to not only contribute and help other countries build back or do what needs to be done, but also do the structural work to have our things here in America work flawlessly as well, right? Use the finances to build the systems and to create the best methods for us as Americans, especially if we have the resources to do so while helping other countries. I don't think we should neglect ourselves to help other people. I feel like this is something that we even have to do as individuals. It's like when when we care for people or whatever, we always want to help, but then we neglect ourselves. It's like, no, we can do both. We can help other people while taking care of ourselves, right? But I hope you guys were able to kind of grasp what I was saying there. So Jenny poses this question: what is a privilege that people act as if it isn't? So let's read the comments real quick. Pretty privilege: having parents help you navigate through adulthood and parenthood. Woo! I swear, this one right here, the second one, with having parents who helps you navigate adulthood and parenthood. Yes, this is indeed a privilege. Being alone on your own at a young age and having to build, especially if you decide to have a child, it is tough, okay? But we do make it to the other side, for most of us. So this next person says, waking up and being able to do things: see, breathe, walk, talk, hear, touch, feel, smell. Glory be to God. Okay. Having parents who are alive. Oh, that's so nice. I'm going to text my parents after this. They say having parents who pay for your college and buy you a car, grandparents that watches their grandkids. Look, tell me about it. Growing up in a home with both parents. People says getting older, having a washer and a dryer in your home. I would say I didn't see much of it, but I would say working from home is a privilege that we act as if it really isn't. Like, it's a privilege. Remember when we had to go into the office like every single day? When I say every single day, we used to have to go into people in the office. So yeah, I think working from home would be mine. We already discussed the party. That was just from another angle, but we'll move
A
on.
family in Severn.
We'll move on because we already discussed the Nelly party. This is just that video, like I said, was just from another angle. So we'll just continue on to this Maryland story. So according to the neighborhood talk, a Maryland man arrested after allegedly nibbling on trick-or-treat's ear and attempting to shoot her mom, tells police he was just trying to tell the child a secret. All right, hear me out. I don't know when we as parents got comfortable sending our children out to trick or treat on their own. However, let's not make this mistake in 2024 and beyond. Understand that, like, even me growing up, like, I remember if I was going trick-or-treating, mom, dad, older brother, auntie, someone older, an adult figure was always present. You would go knock on the door and step all the way back because you ain't never know what was gonna come to the door. And you say trick or treat and you hold your bucket out. You know what I mean? No closeness, no telling me nothing. And that's it. Thank you for your 2-3 candies and we move on. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But let's listen to the news report.
Got the scare of their life Halloween night.
It's weird. It's disgusting.
A neighbor allegedly put his lips to a young girl's ear while she was out trick-or-treating.
It is disturbing.
According to court documents, it happened around 6:20 Tuesday night along Dunfield Court. Anne Arundel County Police say the girl was at 66-year-old Cedric Paynes' doorstep getting candy when charging documents say he, quote, nibbled on her ear. Police then say Paynes followed the girl home and tried to get inside her family's house, but was stopped at the door by her mother. That's when investigators say he then pulled a gun from his waist, loaded a magazine into the weapon, and then pulled the trigger, but the gun didn't fire.
Imagine if the gun head would have went off. So that's crazy.
Officers arrested Paynes last night during an executed search warrant of his house. Police found 2 handguns, a shotgun, and a .22 caliber rifle and ammunition. Hours after Paynes posted bond Wednesday afternoon, WJZ spoke with him and he denied the accusations.
Do you want to say that on camera to give your side of it?
He instead tells us he was just trying to tell the girl a secret, with Paynes now back at home and facing multiple charges. People who live nearby say they're disturbed this happened in their neighborhood.
The young kids that still want to get dressed up and go out, knock on doors, they can't even do that now because of this. And then in my own neighborhood, it's nasty.
A family.
My thing is, yes, children can be children, but you still be a parent and you be present. Understand that my daughter, when she goes trick-or-treating, we take her to the mall, right? And when we take her to the mall, because these stores still have the candy at the mall and stuff like that, we give her bucket and her we put her in her costume, give her bucket, and she goes and does what she wants to do, but we're there watching. Like, you have to also be present as a parent and understand that, hey, you can't just leave your child and just to go get some candy. You don't know who people are. So I just feel like the responsibility still lies on the mother. This guy, something is wrong with him, and he is crazy, and I feel like he needs to be held responsible for what he has done. Not only what he did with the little girl, but also deciding to go and try to open fire on the mom. Like she said, what if the gun did go off? So this guy definitely needs to be held responsible and be punished for this. Don't be sitting here lying, talking about you trying to tell a child a secret. And as an adult, why would you be telling a child a secret? You don't tell children secrets. Excuse me? But anyway, I feel like his response is even creepier than the actual thing. Like, not even that, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's move on. Look, the world is just worlding, and we're gonna talk about another regular topics, and then we probably jump into another celebrity next. But this, it says it's sensitive content by the Neighborhood Talk. South Florida mother arrested after being caught on camera brutally abusing her 3-year-old son. Police describe her as a monster.
Also now at 11, it's video that's upsetting many in our community. A mother caught on camera battering and beating her little 3-year-old son. That child completely defenseless as she threw and tossed him around, kicked and punched him. Police even calling her a monster tonight. She was arrested for child abuse, but tonight she's out of jail. Nico Clemens was there as she walked out. Nico, did she have to say anything?
Well, Trina, when she walked out, she said she loves her son. She wants to see her son. But in this video, which we want to warn you, it is heartbreaking and tough to watch. You don't hear her say anything. All you see is this mother kicking and pushing her son, who is unable to defend himself. A 3
All right. So look here. This lady has to definitely have something wrong with her for her to be kicking her 3-year-old son like that. 3. I do feel like this child should be away from her custody, if not permanently, at least temporarily placed in like family care or the father's care, or somebody who's responsible and can control themselves in terms of what they're going through while she goes as a mother to seek help, because there's some disconnect there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, well, I wasn't like physically abused as a child. Like, I wasn't like, I'm Jamaican. You get a little beaten. Like, you're gonna get your ass whooped. Like, however, it wasn't at 3 years old, right? And whatever the child does, the discipline should also match it. So if the child disobeys you, make sure that the punishment matches the disobedience. There's nothing that a 3-year-old child can do that deserves or warrants being kicked around on the floor. Absolutely nothing. I've experienced some heinous whoop ass in my life. However, they were when I was of age and was being hella disrespectful, hella rude, or doing something I knew I had no goddamn business doing. Not saying like I deserve the harshness of it. However, I wasn't 3. You know what I mean? Like, and I was probably like a one-time encounter. Like, you just don't do this to your children when you love them. However, good thing the police intervened. Hopefully they continue to be on her ass, because if you're not, that's how you end up finding these children dead body parts here, because of situations like this where people can't control their anger. All right. Sexy Red performing. We're not going to jump into that because I said I wasn't going to discuss this Kaya situation again. All right. Let's go back to this. This is a child dressed up. This is a child dressed up for Halloween. Now, for those of you who are listening to the podcast, do you want to know what this child is dressed up as? A whole BBL gone wrong, right? Not gone wrong, but when females go, they go get their face done, they go get their boobs done, they go get their lipo done, they go get their BBL done and everything, and they're wrapped up like plastic and bandaged up in all those medical wrap. So whoever kid this is decides to put medical wrap around her head, I think it's a girl, around her head, and literally put the implants, put the booty, put the everything, like just did everything, and it's just showing how idiotic we look as adults when we decide to do all this surgery. But anyway, according to Oracle, dressing your baby up like they're fresh off the table from Lipo 360, fat transfer, and breast plants augmentation for Halloween is insane. You airheads don't deserve kids. WTF. I'm so irritated. Poor baby. Do they even know what's going on? So she said the poor baby doesn't even know what's going on. Let's look at the baby and see. No, the woman wicked. The woman all do the nose job, but no. If you look at the baby's nose, the baby got the nose plaster for the nose job. She went in on this. Okay, so I feel like this mom, I don't quite agree with oracle in her analysis of this video of the child. I feel like mom put her brains into executing the Halloween costume. I do feel like yes, the child may not understand what's going on in terms of the Halloween costume, but if we're going to use that analysis, then that means that children don't understand any of the other Halloween costumes because they're children, right? They're young. Like I just feel like look, mom thought this through, and as a mom you get to be creative with your child, your daughter, whatever, and whatever you decide the Halloween costume needs to be until they're able to mentally grasp what's going on, of course, and have that ability to choose, then it's your creative expression. I just feel like it's different, right? Didn't expect it. Hey, it's even gone viral. Like, come on. I don't feel like I have the need to beat moms up like that. All right, Krishan and Blueface. We're not even going to. Let me come back. I'm gonna come back to this guy. Okay, hold on. I'm not even. What's going on? I just started like. All right, I'm gonna come back to the other stuff. I just kind of really wanted to jump back into the celebrities, right? So, back to the celebrities. This is Diamond. Now, for those of you who don't know who Diamond is, that is Scrappy's ex slash girlfriend, I guess, because according to the neighborhood talk, Diamond posts a picture of Scrappy in bed with her and messages between the two after he was seen out partying with Erica. So we all know that Bambi and Scrappy have decided to part ways because there were, I think, allegedly messages between Scrappy and this girl, Diamond. So to see her now posting a picture of being in bed with her, it's like, okay, so I guess y'all really doing this. So she posts these messages between her and Scrappy, I guess, to prove that her and Scrappy are like really talking after she saw this video go viral. And for those of you who are listening to the audio podcast, this is a video of Scrappy's ex baby mama, Erica. So Scrappy just has a lot going on. Scrappy and Bambi have parted ways. He's been hanging out a lot more with Erica. Erica seems to be cool. I mean, Erica and Scrappy used to fight and get into a lot of different conflict, but they seem cool. I get the vibe that Erica and Scrappy's relationship is more like a friendly kind of vibe. I really do. I don't feel like there's much intimacy going on there, but you never know. And you know what? Being the fact that Miss Diamond decided to respond this way, they may be closer than we think because there must be something that she interprets from their interaction on a daily basis why she feels like she needs to make it clear that, hey, Scrappy is my man. Here he is. Here are the text messages. Let's not, get ahead of ourselves. I feel like she was sending a point here to Erica. So yeah, we'll see how this story continues to unfold. Okay. All right. So Miss Claudia Gordon or Jordan, Jordan, I don't know. I feel like she's always in the media for like something very bad or something very corny, right? This is what she goes viral for. I would love to see Claudia Jordan go viral for who she is so we can actually understand who she is. But sorry, excuse me. I feel like every time we see something about her in the blogs, it's always something negative or just something that's like weird. In this case, I feel like this is just weird, where she says, "Y'all here for it?" Claudia, where the neighborhood talk says, "Are y'all here for it?" Claudia Jordan dresses up as Dwight Howard, little friend Miss Kitty. Now, I know we did talk before about Halloween costumes needing to be creative and all of this. However, I feel like when people see your Halloween costume, like if you're actually putting thought into your Halloween costume, they should know that it is a Halloween costume. People who don't know Miss Kitty wouldn't know that that's who you're dressed up as, right? And for those of you who don't know, remember Dwight Howard's um alleged victim, not alleged victim, alleged other person he was sleeping with while he allegedly victimized someone else. He was the next guy in the threesome, basically. So she decides to dress up at this as this guy. But I feel like if people aren't paying attention too much to the story or to Miss Kitty, they wouldn't really kind of know who she is. So I don't know. I feel like if you have to explain your Halloween costume like she did in her caption, um you didn't put enough thought into it. She says, "Y'all know my Halloween costumes are always on trending people in the news cycle. Guess who I am? Hint. First part miss, second word rhymes with Biddy." So she's saying, "Hey, I'm always for Halloween. I'm always like someone's who is like trending." I just feel like you should have picked maybe someone else. But anyway, let's move on because Claudia Jordan is going to be Claudia Jordan. Now look at young Thugga Thugga. Now we this was just a photo of young Thugga Thugga who looking like he is gaining weight. He's stressed. I feel like this is the first time I've seen young Thug's face since this whole incident where he actually looks genuinely concerned for his life. I feel like this entire case, it has been a, for lack of a better term, a shit show. A shit show. So I think he is now seeing the seriousness of his case and realizing that his money isn't just going to get him off. And I think he's now taking these allegations, these charges, this trial, he's now taking it all a lot more seriously. Look at this man's face. Look at it. Yeah, I feel like before it was all jokes and fun, and this one is in the courtroom doing this. This one is bringing in contraband. This one is getting kicked out of the court. Like, what is going on? You know. So I think he's taking it more seriously. So good luck with that. Now, we're just going to watch Carisha play a game where she guesses what watch. Now, for those of you who are listening to the podcast and can't see, Carisha's eyes are blindfolded while she feels around on the watch and decide what watch it is without kind of seeing it. So let's go. Oh, and if she wins, she gets $5,000 if my memory serves me correctly. But let's watch it together.
Steal these 5 watches and get 4 of them right. And if you get one of them right, we get $5,000 on your next purchase. Or if you get 4 out of 5 of them right.
I get $5,000.
Yeah.
This ain't no joke.
It's for real.
Okay.
Okay. So where we at? 40 whatever will be 5,000 out.
Okay.
All right, so watch number 1.
Rolex.
Yep. Simple. Ding! Let's go watch number 2.
AP.
Yeah, my girl smart. That's
Easy, it's easy. Watch number 3.
This I don't know why, but again, this felt like a Rolex.
It is a Rolex.
It is.
Watch number 4.
This so easy.
But,
this is a Cartier.
Yeah,
we don't got that.
That's already
You
four.
did follow me. Do the last one. That's the
And we got
Cartier.
one more.
I like the
just-
Cartier
just-
real bad.
This
What's
is
up,
for
Ho?
the perfect record.
Yeah. What's up, baby? If you watch this, I want me a Richmond.
That's
I'm doing real smart.
That's $5,000 on the purchase.
Friends get a little bit. Okay. Our girl did good. Did the friends get a little bit?
Feel
All right. So, literally, Carisha guessed all 5 watches correctly and was able to tell which one was a Richard Mille, which one was a Rolex, and which one, I forgot the other name of the other one, but she was able to do it. And I feel like when you get into those communities, those societies, and you're buying these expensive things, you kind of start to know good quality things and you kind of start to differentiate. If you put that watch down in front of me, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference between that watch and 99-cent store watch, okay? Because I don't know. I don't know. And watches just aren't my thing. But anyway, congrats to Carisha on her $5,000. It was fun watching her play this game. Let's move on. Ooh, all right, let's see, because I just clicked out of my topics. So let me go on. Look. All right. So Mariah Carey, y'all know it's Mariah Carey season, right? Y'all know it. We feel it. It happens every single year. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah, so Mariah Carey made this post.
It's
For Christmas. So she just said it's time, and I just think she just, let me pause it and play the whole thing. I don't want to get copyrights for this because I'm gonna get copyrights for this. I said pause it and play the whole thing. Okay, what is going on? Let me mute it and play the whole thing. She looks so excited and ready. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Look, Mariah Carey, you did that with this song, okay? You did that with this song. I feel like years to come, this will always be the Christmas song. Shout out to Mariah Carey. She's just reminding y'all, like, hey, my season is coming, okay? All right. So, according to the neighborhood talk, I want to just give you guys a heads up, to all my Door Dashers and Uber Eaters, who order these things. Now, neighborhood talk says DoorDash warns customers who order without tipping that they may experience longer delivery times and cold food. So this is the message from DoorDash. Orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. Are you sure you want to continue? Dashers can pick and choose which orders they want to do. Orders that take longer to be accepted by Dashers tend to result in a slower delivery. So you can choose to add a tip or continue without a tip. Now, DoorDash, thank you so much for the heads up that because I wasn't able to tip this guy, my food is going to take a lot longer. But I did already pay the $3.99 in taxes and the $5 in service fees. So I don't understand, if you can't understand, why I don't still have a tip for this $5 Wendy's meal I just ordered. You know what I mean? The food be $5. The food be $5. The tax and the service fee be $15. And then you want me to tip too? Like, DoorDash, I'm gonna need you to work with me. Help me help you. You tip the driver out of what your service fee is. You make sure you take your service fee, right? DoorDash, Uber Eats. So since you make sure you take your service fee, make sure you take that man or lady's tip out the service fee too. Shit. But anyway, but this woman poses the question, what's your favorite non-sexual act of intimacy? For me, I think it's just laying there chilling, perhaps watching a movie, cuddling. Um, yeah, maybe eating some popcorn, not doing too much. I don't really like to do too much. You know what? Go for a long drive as well. A long drives is also one of mine. But what is yours? Don't forget to share it down below if you're watching this on YouTube. All right, so this is ASAP Rocky, who was randomly spotted out by TMZ jogging in LA. Let's look.
Now that you have two kids, Rihanna said she was going to the job with me. Yeah, can I need to get in better shape. What's your secret? Just jogging around the block? Hey, real quick, you're fast, man. Come on, you gotta keep up. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna ditch my shoes. Okay. Oh. So let me ask. Rihanna says she wants like 3 or 4 kids. Now that you have 2, you think you still want more? Oh. Where are we going? You alright? No. Wait, where's your shoes? Well, I had slippers on, so I had to ditch them. Wait a minute. Put the camera on. They look for the nail. Don't tell Rihanna about my bad nail polish. This is amazing. How far are we running? Oh. What kind of trainer you got, ASAP? I need a lot of help. Can I? She's already burned out. I'm already burned out. You got it, girl. Come on, girl. Okay. Okay, here I go. That's right. We're flying now. I can't wait for your new album. Working on it now. Are you? Yep. Can I ask, are you gonna address the Drake diss? Oh. Yeah? ASAP, I'm dying. I'm fading fast. Man, you're in good shape. I'm out. Can I ask, what kind of sneakers do you recommend? What kind of running shoes should I get?
You should get the Flacco Formula One Pumas.
Okay, thank you. Hey, you got your album's coming out called Don't Be Dumb. What's the dumbest thing you heard this year?
A lot of them.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, love. Hey, you a trooper.
That's really.
God bless you. I heard about what happened. Look, lunch on me, all right?
Oh, when and where?
Because I heard you threw it up, so lunch is on me.
Hey, you let me know when.
I got you, girl.
Thank you very much.
No doubt.
Where should we go to lunch?
I mean, look, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We in LA, baby.
Thank you. Hey, ASAP.
All right. So, when I say this is the kind of dedication that leads to success, like sis saw this man and ran, kicked off her shoes and kept running. Yeah, I don't have this much determination. I need to develop it. Like, she wants her story and she wants her story now. And I like that. I like the fact that she went for it and didn't allow anything to stop her, you know. Now we have been here for about an hour and a half. I don't think we're going to discuss any other tippity topics today. I'm just looking to see if there's any that stood out that I might want to address. Okay, look, let's do our usual Megan Thee Stallion appreciation post. Look at Megan Thee Stallion.
Like, do y'all see this girl?
Let me just mute it, Megan. I don't want you to get me for no copyrights. But look at sis. Sis is just sissing. Megan is just serving. Look, had me dancing, okay? Had me dancing. And you want another angle? Here is another angle for you. Do you see Megan? Like Meg. Like seriously, we need to go gym. I need to like go to gym. Ice Spice and Scarlett, they were seen hanging out.
I'm so proud of you. Did you perform? Yeah, I performed here. Okay, I gotta go on like right now. All right, yo, you have a good show. How was the crowd? They lit. They gonna go cool for you, girl. They gonna go cool.
Yeah, I feel like Scarlett is like kind of getting her feet wet as it pertains to the industry and is like meeting the artists and all that. Now, hold on real quick before I go. Where were you when this clip went viral of Kim K and Northwest? Let me just show you guys if you haven't seen it yet, because I was like,
Sanitary. Courtney always says North is my lesson on this planet.
What does that mean? She's your lesson.
It means that I'm supposed to learn even more patience. She teaches me patience. She has taught me a lot about life. Come here. Show me your shirt. Good, we got it to work. Northy, I'm going to a prison soon. Can you eat it like that? Yeah. You want some? No, thanks. You're just going to eat an onion like an apple. This is what she does, people. She eats veggies like apples. I love spending this time with North right now just because I'm about to go to Pelican Bay and visit a prison there. And anytime I can talk to her about what I do and why I do it is really important to me.
What do you think about the work your mom does?
What does she do?
The prison work.
You help someone and then they pay it forward and then they do the same thing. I think that's good. It's just really important for my kids, all of them, to see what it's like to help someone else. Sanitary.
So this clip literally went viral. Everyone was just like, yo, what's going on with Kim K? What's going on with North? Cause like, and then people felt like, hey, North asked the magical question that everyone was asking for all these years, like, what do you really do? And people were saying, hey, like Kim was lying about talking to North about the prison work and stuff like that. And I feel like she was lying. I even made a post about this. Like, kids will be kids. Like, I don't know, as a mom or a dad watching this, if you've ever like bragged about something that your kid does, like holding the bottle or just doing something. Like, let's say you brag about something that your kid does, like you're at home and they do it so well, and now you go out in the street and you with whomever you've been bragging about your kid with, like let's say a best friend or something, and the kid doesn't want to hold the bottle, or the kid just doesn't want to do what they've always been doing that you've been bragging about. I just feel like kids are going to be kids. They're going to have their moments where they forget stuff that you've told them. They're just gonna just daze out. Like, kids are going to be kids. But yeah, honestly, I don't think we'll have much more topics to discuss for today. You know what? Let's discuss this last one. You know what? We did talk about it last time. We did talk about this last time. So I'm not even gonna jump into it with the cup of noodles. Like, we've been doing this for so long. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is just scrolling through Instagram to see if they have any more topics that I really wanted to discuss today, because we are an hour and a half in. I don't want the show to be entirely too long, because we did go to 2.5 hours the other day, and I feel like people aren't going to really sit down and watch content for 2.5 hours. So why should I create it, right? Yeah. So anyway, hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the show. I will, of course, hopefully see you guys tomorrow. I need to go and start work. Now let's close out with our quote for today. Well, I would have quote gone. I think I closed it out. I closed it out, guys. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I got it up. All right, so it was by C.S. Lewis, and what C.S. Lewis says: you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see on Pinterest? Yeah, no, you can't see. The camera is entirely too far. But anyway, that is it, my friend. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Chat with KST. I be posting on there about the celebrities as well. And if you want to follow me personally on TikTok, go to Chat with KST, and I'm like on Chat with KST, I am following myself, so you'll see K's Untold Stories, and I will be there. That's if you're like really interested. I don't know why I found myself on TikTok a lot more, creating content on TikTok, just being on TikTok. Like, I don't know. I was like opposed to TikTok in the beginning, but I'm like feeling it right now. So see you over at TikTok if you come over there. Don't forget to share your thoughts and comments down below about this podcast if you're watching it on YouTube, and if you're listening to the audio version, hola hola hola. Hopefully you enjoyed this last 1 hour and 36 minutes and 45 seconds with me. Okay. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great and blessed day. Stay safe. Do all the things, accomplish all the things, get all the things done that you need to get done today, and be productive, my friend. Later.